So there's a video circulating the internet going around right now where a boy, I'm not even gonna say a man, but a boy smacked a black woman in the face with a skateboard and knocked her out. And there was a group of other men there as well who proceeded to laugh and thought this was funny as this young woman lay on the ground unconscious. I cannot tell you enough, as the father of two young girls, how enraged I was just by seeing this video, and how I defend black men constantly. I have conversations with women all the time about how it's not all of us. We don't hate you, black women. We love you, black women. We appreciate you. That most black men marry black women, support and love black women. But when stuff like this comes up, you have to speak about it, and you can't be a part of the problem. So I'm going to say this, and I'm also going to try to get some context, okay? Our black women love and support black men. When you look at all these protests, you see black women on the front lines, right there with us. And black women have always been on the front lines, right there with us, marching, protesting, fighting, carrying weapons for us. They've always been there from the beginning, supporting us. The first woman, the first love you felt in this world was from a black woman. So if you're one of those men who hold in you some sort of deep-seated hatred or jealousy or envy, or don't support or love black women, then leave black women alone. Just leave them alone. Or you need to go look at yourself and find something in you and figure out what's going on with you, okay? Because if you can't understand or see how beautiful our sisters are and how much they support and they love us, then something's wrong with you. Secondly, I want to add to this, okay? I want to get some context as well for my black men to make you understand where some of this hatred or some of this deep-seated anger that is in you towards black women might be coming from, and the history of this anger, where it might be coming from. See, there was something that happened to us hundreds of years ago, and it's still happening to us now. And it's created deep-seated subconscious anger and hatred within us towards our black women. And I'm gonna try to explain this, okay? Hundreds of years ago, when we were slaves, the slave master used to do a lot of different practices in order to break the masculinity of the black man, okay? So they would rape us, which they would call buck breaking, where they would take us out in front of our woman and literally rape us, okay? Other things that they would do is they would rape our wife, or sometimes on our wedding day, when we married our wife, the slave master would sleep with our wife first, okay? And you as the slave couldn't do anything about that. You were so angry, you were so frustrated, you couldn't do anything about that. You were so enraged, and instead of you consoling and comforting your wife through her traumatic experience, you also was traumatized by the traumatic experience, and you beat your wife because you couldn't beat the slave master. And see, that's a portion of where this anger comes from, okay? It comes from the fact that we have been stripped of our power, who we are as gods, and our masculinity, even till this day, okay? The system incarcerates black men, kills black men, demonize black men, make us feel like we're worse than less, right? And what do they do for our sisters? I'm gonna say they do this for our sisters, but when we look at our sisters, we see our sisters thriving. They're the highest educated group in America right now. They out earn us. They have good jobs. They make good money. And we looking around, and we see this. And maybe it's creating some sort of subconscious, some sort of deep-seated anger where you feel like the system isn't working for us, but it's working for them, or whatever you may feel. But black women still need to be protected. They still need to be protected. And I'm not going to get into all the statistics. I don't know all the statistics, but I know I hear black women, and I hear what they say, and I hear what they're telling me about how they're most likely to get raped, they're last to get married, okay? How they're preyed on in the streets by their own men, where they should feel protected. They don't feel protected. They feel unsafe. They feel like they can't even walk down the streets in their own neighborhoods because men are catcalling and yelling at them and grabbing at them. That's not how they should feel around real black men. They should feel protected at all times around us. We literally were put on this planet to protect black women. Literally was put on this planet for that purpose. Literally. So black men, get your shit together. And for people to talk about here, oh, you only doing this because you want clout. I'm not doing this for clout or nothing. I'm married to a black woman. I got 2 black girls. I'm doing it because I want to see a future for my children, that I don't want one of these sucking boys out here to treat my daughter like how she should not be treated. She need to be treated as a queen, and our queens need to be treated as such. And it's going to start with us. We need to look in the mirror. We need to have these conversations with each other. If you know one of your homies or one of your friends that's not doing right by his woman, not doing right by his kids, then you need to talk to him and get his ass in line. We can no longer continue to let this shit go on. No longer. Right now, we at war with white supremacy and racism, and the last thing we need is to be at war with each other. We need to heal this shit now. Right now. Have these conversations, talk to each other, sit down with your woman, sit down with your cousins, sit down with the females in your family, and talk to them and ask them, what can you do as a black man that you were put here to protect them? What can you do to make sure that she feels that way and that she has your support? That's all I got to say.